the very first episode of Tiny Talks. Before we begin, we'll wait a few moments so that everyone has time to join us. Okay, let's get started. My name is Roman, and I'm here with Lorraine. We are both
Hello.
marketing officers at Tiny MDM. Um, unless something unexpected comes up, we will always be here together to host the Tiny Talk sessions. But what exactly are Tiny Talks? They are a series of mini webinars that will take place once a month, covering various topics related to MDM mobile device management for people who are unfamiliar with the type of this type of software. With these episodes, which last around 15 minutes, we hope to show you the benefits that a company can gain for implementing such a solution. And today's topic is introduction to MDM. Lauren and I are going to cover the basics of MDM. I see that some of our clients are here today. So if you already know what we are going to talk about today, it's normal, but more targeted episodes are planned for the coming months. And finally, note that at the end of this webinar, we will take the time to answer all your questions. So if you have any, feel free to ask them in the chat at the bottom right. And let's go. So part one, what is MDM? So the term MDM stands for mobile device management. An MDM is a software designed exclusively for companies, which enables them to remotely configure, monitor, and manage the mobile device used by their employees. Thanks to a range of features that Lauren will present you in the part 3, MDM helps secure sensitive professional data present on mobile devices. This may include confidential internal documents, customers, or also patients' data, depending on usage. Part 2, who needs an MDM? It's true that it is a question many companies ask themselves. Do I really need MDM? I don't have that many mobile devices. We will discuss the different conditions that must be met in order to use an MDM. First of all, the company size. There is no minimum or maximum size, and this is often where some organizations think they don't need MDM. Even if you only have one device, MDM can be useful if it's used by an employee in the field, for example, and needs to be managed and protected. It's the same for industries. Some companies operating in specific sectors believe that MDM is not suitable for them, and they are wrong. A reliable MDM, such as Tiny MDM, can be used by all possible business sectors. Here, as you can see, is a exhaustive list. Transportation and logistics, the education sector from elementary school through high school to university, industry, healthcare in hospital, private practices, nursing homes. We have also the points of sale, the public sector for government agencies, local authorities, and law enforcement. We can add to this list the tourism sector, medical transport, or again, any other sector that involves the use of mobile devices. And finally, which mobile devices? Well, we have smartphones, tablets, rugged terminals used in, for example, trucks or factories, which need to be more resistant to shocks or every high or low temperatures, or used in very humid space, and as well as scanners. And yeah, it's done. So now we can continue with Lorraine, who will present you, the basic features of MDM software.
So hello everyone. I'm going to do the next part regarding the key feature of a mobile device management solution. The idea here is that I'm not going to show you all the features that you can find on mobile device management solution. As it's an introduction, I'm just going to show you the main feature that you can find on a mobile device management solution. The first one, apps management. You can also find it on the internet as mobile apps management, mobile applications management, or MAM for mobile application management. It's really important features that you can find on MDM solution. It means that you can remotely configure a list of public apps, private app, web app, and native apps. I'm going to explain. Public apps is the app that you can find, on the Play Store, on Android devices, that you can find on the Play Store, and you can filter those apps so that on the terminals that you have, the users will only see the apps that you filter on the software. So you have public app visible on the Play Store, private app or internally developed app from your side. You also have internet URL that you displayed as app on the home page, and native app are the one of the manufacturer of your device. The second key feature is the security. So this is a huge part, is data and hardware security at the same time. So with security feature, you can, on TinyMDM, for example, you can implement password restriction to access your devices, to choose the password that the user will put on their devices to restrict it. You can remotely lock or unlock the device remotely from TinyMDM. So if you have an issue, you don't know where the device is, you're not sure where the device is, you can remotely lock the device so that the person that has the device needs to put a password on to unlock it. And you can also, of course, completely reset the devices if needed and wipe all data that are visible on the device. If the device is lost, for example, you can do a factory reset and the device will be back to factory setting and the data will be erased. Third one is the remote control. So on remote control, you can see remotely what's happening on the device from the administration console. So you can do a remote control session, see the device, interact with the device, and talk with the person in front of the device. Even if it's remotely, you can talk with the person and help the person remotely. And geolocation. Geolocation, what you can do on geolocation is that you can remotely see on the map where the devices are, even if it's around the world. If you have thousands of devices around the world. You can see them on the map, where they are exactly. And if you want to see the position of a specific device on TinyMDM, you have a 3-day geolocation history where you can see where the device is and was during the last 3 days. So these are the key features that you can find on most of the MDM solution. Of course, it's not all the feature that you can have, but it's the key one. So why should you use one in your company? That's a good question and an important one. First one is proliferation of devices in the company. If you are in a company and you start with, let's say, 2-3 devices that you give to your employees, and then your company grows, and you need to provide more devices to your employees. So you have now 100 of devices, and you don't have any MDM solution to manage them. The idea here is that with an MDM solution, you can manage the devices. Even if you have 2-3 devices, you can manage them from the beginning, and then you won't be lost when you have 100,000 of devices, because every device is already managed. So it's really important to have a solution to know where your devices are, to watch the devices, and manage them remotely from 2 to 1,000 of devices. Data security. With an MDM solution, you can prevent the theft of sensitive data. Sensitive data when it's deliberate or not. If someone lost its device, if the device is stolen, the data that are on the device will be lost, and someone can use the data that are on the device. The idea with an MDM is that you secure those data so that no one can have access to it. With the factory reset, the possibility to put a password, the possibility to block the app that are not important. That's what an MDM can be used for. Team productivity. Same thing with an MDM solution. You block the list of applications that will be visible on the devices so that your employee won't be able to install all the applications that are on the Play Store and then be distracted. They won't see also a lot of notifications that appear on the device and that could distract them. So it's really the idea is that you secure what's on the devices. Remote work, same thing. If you have devices across the world, it's important to see the devices and see what's happening on the devices. And if one of your employees has an issue on the device, with an MDM solution, he is not forced to bring the device back to the office. He can interact with you, the IT administrator. He can interact with you remotely via a remote control station, for example. Or if there is any update to do, it can be done remotely without bringing the device back. And compliance, with a mobile device management solution, you can be sure that your devices are compliant with the security policy that you put in your company. If in your company you have a specific security policy for the computer, for example, but not for the mobile devices, it's time to have one for your mobile devices and to put MDM solution for that. So it's the end of this session. It was a quick one. I'm sorry, I'm going to, if you can take back Roman, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So it's done for today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. Oh, okay. I have one. My team use Android mobile devices, but there are different devices, including Google Pixel, Samsung Tab, and Samsung Galaxy. Does this present a problem in terms of management? No, not at all. As long as your devices are Android 7 or higher, there is no problem. Some features are specific to manufacturers, but most are compatible with all devices. So don't worry about that.
I'm back. Thank you, Roman. So I'm going to help you with the question if there is some question. Uh, I currently have about 60 devices. How long do you think it will take to set up an MDM? It depends the MDM you choose. Thank you for your question. It depends which MDM you choose and what configuration you need to do on your devices. But it could take you about a couple of days to enroll your devices and manage them. The enrollment is really quick. If you do, you can do a mass enrollment on TinyMDM, for example, a mass enrollment of your devices. So if you have your 60 devices with you, you just need to scan the same QR code on the 60 devices, and they are enrolled in a few minutes each. But what can take the time is to configure the policies, all the apps that you want on the devices. So yeah, we can say, yeah, 1 day, 1 or 2 day maximum for 60 devices to enroll and to manage. And then it's really quick. If you have the MDM solution, every time you want to do any updates on a device, any update on a policy, if you want to add a new application, it will be done in a few seconds. Why before you have an MDM solution, you have to install a specific app on the 60 devices manually. Now you just click a button and the app is on all the devices.
Do you have any other questions?
Yeah, there is no question for the moment, but if you have some, do not hesitate to ask
Yeah.
us. If you need, you can contact us also. If you want to talk about your project in more detail, you can contact our sales team at sales@tinymdm.net, and you can find us on our website as well if you need to.
So if you have any other questions, we invite you to register for next month's episode on the risk faced by companies that do not manage their mobile devices. So you can choose your time slot that suits you the best. I'm going to send you right now in the chat. And yeah, if you don't have any other questions, we are going to end this session. We thank you a lot for your participation and maybe see you next month.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye. Have a nice day.